Stop right there. This is mind-blowing, and it's absolute stone-cold fact. The secrets of the AR-15 they're hiding from you? The industry wants this buried. A $600 rifle that NATO trusts will outgun your $2,000 AR every time. Only the top 1% of shooters get this. I have 5 rifles on this list that will flat-out outshoot a Daniel Defense. 3 of these cost less than what you'd pay for a basic AR upper receiver. This isn't just hype, it's raw combat reality. Don't waste another cent until you've seen this. These platforms don't just compete, they completely shred the AR in specialized missions. Keep your eyes open. Stay locked in. My number 1 pick is going to flip your entire perspective. Coming in at number 10, the KelTec SU-16C. We're kicking off this countdown with a piece of hardware that makes AR fanboys very nervous. Imagine a rifle that snaps in half, weighs only 4.7 pounds, and yet it still hammers out devastating .223 ballistics with total authority. The SU-16C isn't your standard-issue tactical toy, which is exactly why it buries the AR-15 in survival missions. Here is the genius engineering KelTec nailed, while Eugene Stoner's design stayed stuck in the past. True mobility, without losing any lethality. This beast shrinks to 16 inches folded, shorter than a standalone AR upper. Don't be fooled. This polymer build isn't some cheap, flimsy plastic. It's the same aerospace-grade glass-filled nylon used in aircraft, built to survive the unthinkable. We're talking operational toughness from 40 degrees below zero up to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. When things get real, the SU-16C feeds perfectly from standard AR magazines. It punches out consistent 2 to 3 MOA groups when you're using high-quality match ammo. Florida's Fish and Wildlife officers depended on these for years during intense airboat patrols. They demanded gear that could handle constant saltwater spray and thrive in cramped, high-stakes environments. The unique gas system on this rifle actually gets more reliable as it gets fouled and dirty. That's the polar opposite of the sensitive and temperamental direct impingement found on the AR-15. Why does it smoke the AR? Because when you need maximum stopping power inside, the smallest possible footprint, nothing beats a rig that literally folds in half. It's the perfect choice for vehicle storage, discreet bag carry, or any situation, where saving space is more critical than adding endless modular attachments. For $649, you're getting elite materials, battle-proven grit, and unmatched portability. Try snapping your AR-15 in half and let me know how that works out. Sitting at number 9, the Century WASR-10. This proves that classic muscle often stomps modern trends. Get familiar with the platform that has survived more combat than any AR-15 ever will. The WASR-10 brings legendary AK-47 reliability for a price that will leave you speechless. Forged on authentic Romanian military receivers using original, combat-hardened specifications. This isn't some weak imitation. This is the real deal, pure-blooded warhorse. That chrome-lined bore ensures your shots stay consistent and true to the target. Meanwhile, the 1.5mm receiver is built even tougher than standard Russian military issues. That cold hammer-forged barrel will eat 50,000 rounds before it even thinks about losing its edge. Most AR barrels start choking and losing precision after just 10,000 rounds. This is the kind of street cred that actually matters in the real world. Romanian WASRs were the go-to in Iraq and Afghanistan for coalition teams who ditched their M4s for them. The logic? Zero maintenance required, even in the most punishing desert hellholes. They offer total reliability, even when running the cheapest, nastiest, steel-cased ammo you can find. They'll fire even after being buried in sand. I'd love to see your direct impingement AR try that. Why does it dominate the AR? Because when every speck of grit and every drop of water, one tiny grain of sand bricks an AR. Yet this WASR refuses to quit. That heavy 7.62 by 39 round hits with 50% more raw force than standard .223 Remington, shattering cover and dropping targets instantly. For just $699, you secure combat-tested dependability, deadly ballistic results, and legendary low-maintenance operation. You'll pay more just for a high-end AR trigger kit. Spot 8. The Ruger Mini 14. This will trigger gear snobs. A wood-stocked hunter that outshoots almost every AR-15 on the range. This rifle is proof that classic soul beats flashy tactical plastic every single time. Ruger's crown jewel utilizes the iconic mechanical heart of the legendary M1 Garand, upgraded with today's toughest alloys and pinpoint machining. That rotating bolt setup offers a massive precision edge over messy AR-15 gas. Minimal wear, rock-solid headspace, and a gas seal that never leaks. Its stress-relieved receiver kills the annoying frame flex that ruins most AR lower units. The data doesn't lie. Elite FBI hostage units trusted this platform for decades because it always punched sub-2 MOA groups using standard federal match rounds. That 18.5-inch barrel ensures every grain of powder ignites for total .223 speed, outperforming common 16-inch AR setups easily. Drills proved 15% sharper first-shot hits than the M4. Here's why it destroys the AR-15 when you need surgical strikes instead of accessories. Its piston drive and stiff frame offer dead-on consistency that direct impingement simply cannot match. Furthermore, it's green-lit in regions where AR-15 owners are criminals. At $899, you buy FBI-grade precision and total 50-state legality, plus heirloom craftsmanship that survives any flimsy AR upper. Pure performance, no politics. Spot 7. The PSA KS-47. This freak of nature shouldn't work, yet it crushes. Imagine merging smooth AR-15 handling with raw AK-47 punch. This machine proves American ingenuity can actually enhance the legendary Kalashnikov design. Palmetto State pulled off the miracle, jamming those fat 7.62x39 rounds into AR mag wells with flawless cycling. The beefed-up bolt and custom barrel lug eat high pressure and rough extraction for breakfast. Their specialized bolt carrier group receives extreme thermal hardening to withstand the 7.62x39s. Brutal back pressure that would snap a standard AR bolt in half. Pros have beaten these past 20,000 rounds in competition without a single critical breakdown. It holds tight 2 MOA groups, even using cheap steel-cased junk, a feat most AR platforms can't replicate. The 16-inch barrel rings max velocity from the 7.62x39, while its gas system feeds everything from 122 to 154 grain slugs perfectly. Why it leaves the AR-15 in the dust. You command AR controls and customization backed by AK Wallop and dirt-cheap ammo. That 7.62x39 hit is 40% harder than .223 at half the price. For $749, you grab the ultimate hybrid, Yankee handling matched with Russian devastation, along with access to the planet's absolute cheapest centerfire rifle rounds. Rank 6, the Ruger PC Carbine. Time to shatter every myth you believe about tactical long guns. Check out the pistol caliber rig that hits harder than heavy rifle loads at point-blank range. This Ruger masterpiece proves that going smaller actually generates massive tactical advantages. The engineering minds at Ruger truly outdid themselves with this one. It is a collapsible powerhouse that eats handgun ammo while spitting out pure rifle-grade lethality. Its 16.12-inch barrel pushes 9mm from 400 foot-pounds to over 600. We are talking kinetic energy that leaves the .357 Magnum in the dust. Advanced tungsten weights and dead-blow mechanics completely kill that annoying recoil found in most carbines. Tactical units and police departments nationwide are rapidly switching to these PC carbines. They dominate urban combat by providing surgical precision without the risk of lethal wall blow-throughs. Lab tests prove 9mm fired from a 16-inch tube crushes FBI penetration requirements. Meanwhile, .223 often zips right through multiple walls, hitting unintended targets. SWAT teams are seeing lightning-fast follow-up shots and superior control when the pressure peaks. Exactly why this platform leaves the AR-15 in the rearview mirror. For those who demand pinpoint accuracy, safe penetration, and a universal ammunition supply. For ultimate stealth missions, nothing outclasses a suppressed, high-performance pistol-caliber platform. Plus, the entire frame snaps apart in seconds for ultra-discreet transport or storage. For $629, you secure professional-grade accuracy and massive liability reduction. You get ammo that is stocked everywhere. Good luck finding .223 during a crisis. Sitting at number 5, the powerhouse IWI Galil ACE Generation 2, crossing the midpoint with a display of pure Israeli engineering dominance. The weapon that combined legendary AK durability with high-end precision manufacturing. The Gen 2 Galil ACE shows what happens when combat survival meets a limitless development budget. Forged by Israel Military Industries with absolutely zero room for compromise. This is no watered-down civilian toy. It is a purpose-built weapon of war. That milled steel receiver offers a rock-solid foundation that stamped AKs can never touch. Its overhauled gas system physically slashes felt recoil by 30%. The cold hammer-forged tubes feature chrome lining that blows past NATO performance specs. Validated to stay accurate after 50,000-plus rounds, its combat status is undisputed. The IDF officially ditched their M4 carbines to field these Galil ACEs. This swap followed brutal trials, where it proved to be the only rifle surviving desert hell. It cycles anything from 55 to 77 grain loads without ever needing a manual tweak. Official tests confirmed it handles dust and grit better than systems costing twice the price. Why this rifle makes the standard AR-15 look like a relic. When your life depends on total reliability, you do not gamble on direct impingement systems. The ACE delivers sub-MOA groups with battle-ready toughness that most ARs simply cannot match. For $1,699, you own a piece of military-grade perfection. You are buying battle-hardened reliability backed by the world's best Israeli engineering. This is the result when second best is never an option. Holding the number 4 spot, the Smith & Wesson M&P15 Sport II. Plot twist. This AR-15 proves that smart engineering destroys expensive boutique parts every time. This Sport II model showcases how America's oldest gunmaker perfected the original Stoner blueprint. The manufacturing mastery of Smith & Wesson is on full display here. Built with precision-forged internals and quality control that makes military standards look basic. Every 4140 steel barrel undergoes rigorous magnetic particle testing, while those 7075 T6 receivers are hardened with elite-level stress relief. That mid-length gas setup nails the dwell time, making the cycling absolutely bulletproof. Most overpriced AR platforms blow it by sticking to outdated carbine-length systems. Real-world proof? Look at the pro shooters dominating the field. These guys are crushing competitions with stock Sport IIs against custom rigs costing 5 times the price. You're looking at dead-on 1.5 to 2 MOA precision when you load up match-grade rounds. Plus, it eats cheap steel-cased junk all day with 0 hiccups. Police departments are snatching these up by the truckload. Simple reason: they run just as hard as custom builds for a literal fraction of the cash. Forget the marketing garbage and look at the raw numbers. It absolutely smokes other AR-15 platforms. The Sport II is living proof that expert craftsmanship beats a bloated price tag every single time. Smith & Wesson's production line dwarfs those tiny boutique shops in pure quality. For $739, you're buying world-class quality control, surgical precision, and that iconic Smith & Wesson dependability. This is exactly how every AR-15 ought to leave the assembly line. Dropping in at number 3. The beastly CZ Bren 805. Taking home bronze is this masterpiece of Czech engineering, the rifle NATO nearly crowned king of the battlefield. The Bren 805 is what happens when you throw out the old AR blueprints and rebuild for the modern age. The geniuses at CZ identified every flaw in the AR-15 and wiped them off the map. They ditched that dirty direct impingement for a rock-solid gas piston system. A monolithic upper ensures your optics stay zeroed and your accuracy stays tight. Need a new caliber? Swap the barrel in seconds and get back in the fight. That cold hammer-forged barrel outshoots the custom glass many shooters pay a fortune for. Tune the gas system for your suppressor or heavy loads to keep it running in any hellish environment. Its combat record speaks louder than any sales pitch. We're talking about the gear used by the Czech military and the elite British SAS. Top-tier NATO units picked the Bren over the SCAR and HK-416 after brutal head-to-head trials. It clocked tighter groups and didn't fail once during a grueling 10,000-round torture test. British defense testing proved it runs quieter and cleaner than any other 5.56 rifle on the market. Here is why this thing leaves the standard AR-15 in the dust. Get all that modular flexibility without any of the old-school platform headaches. The Bren fuses piston-driven reliability with the laser-like precision of a monolithic design. Change your entire caliber in minutes for $1,899 of pure excellence. You're paying for NATO-spec engineering and the kind of precision elite operators bet their lives on. This is the ultimate evolution of what the AR platform was meant to become. Rolling in at number 2. The PTR-32KFR. Earning the silver is German-engineered perfection, recalibrated for the American shooter. This PTR proves you can pack .308 punch without lugging around a massive heavy rifle. This is the marriage of legendary HK design and real-world tactical needs. Built on the famous HK-91 roller-delayed blowback tech, it's a mechanical beast. The PTR-32 kills off the gas system entirely. No tubes to clog or pistons to snap, just raw mechanical force. That 16-inch barrel squeezes every ounce of power from the .308 Winchester round. The blowback timing is so consistent that the accuracy feels like it's built right into the metal. Their cold hammer-forged barrels are torture-tested way beyond standard SAAMI limits. This rifle has a pedigree forged on the front lines. From the German GSG-9 to the legendary British SAS, the world's best trust this system. Elite Navy SEAL squads swore by the HK-91 for generations because it thrives in hellish environments that leave other rifles in pieces. That roller-delayed action actually gets nastier and more dependable the faster you pull the trigger. A total middle finger to finicky direct impingement setups. Official military trials recorded a staggering 99.97% success rate, over 50,000 rounds of torture. This is exactly why it absolutely dunks on any standard AR-15 out there. This is the go-to when you crave .308 stopping power in a tight, maneuverable frame. If you hate cleaning guns, nothing touches the legendary reliability of a roller-delayed blowback system. This rig delivers heavy-hitting battle rifle energy with the snappy handling of a compact carbine. For $1,299, you are buying peak German precision, .308 force, and a rifle that basically maintains itself. This is a high-end surgical tool masquerading as a rugged combat firearm. Claiming the top spot is the Brownells BRN-180. This beast completely dismantles the fairy tales people tell about the AR-15. The BRN-180 proves that Eugene Stoner saved his absolute best work for his final act. This rifle is the blueprint of what the AR-15 should have looked like from day one. But here is the real kicker that most people miss. Stoner himself engineered this system after admitting his original direct impingement design had some serious flaws. The BRN-180 utilizes his peak evolution, a short-stroke gas piston paired with a rock-solid operating rod. It kills off carrier tilt and timing hiccups entirely. Plus, that self-contained upper means you can ditch the buffer tube. This allows you to run a true folding stock while maintaining flawless, full-power cycling. This final masterpiece from Stoner systematically fixes every single weak point found in the AR-15. The piston drive keeps the internals spotless, while that rigid rod ensures your groups stay tight and consistent. Its sealed gas loop handles a suppressor like a dream without you ever needing to touch a dial. Military testing showed 40% better precision retention after 10,000 rounds compared to dusty direct impingement systems. This thing holds sub-MOA groups even while running completely suppressed in the field, which is a level of performance your standard AR simply cannot touch. It is Eugene Stoner's perfected vision, leaving every other AR-15 in the rearview mirror. You keep the modularity you love, but add piston reliability, a folding stock, and built-in suppressor ease. The BRN-180 represents exactly what Stoner would be cranking out in the modern age. He would have leveraged today's high-tech alloys and manufacturing to perfect this specific platform. At $1,399, you are owning the final form of a master's legacy. That price includes out-of-the-box suppressor readiness and that slick folding stock capability. It is the ultimate AR-15, finally finished. There you have it. 10 tactical platforms that prove the AR-15 is not the god-tier solution everyone claims it is. From the KelTec's insane portability to the sheer mechanical perfection of the BRN-180, each of these rigs tackles specific problems that legacy ARs just cannot handle. Which one of these beasts caught you off guard the most? Smash those comments below. If you've actually pulled the trigger on one, let's hear it. Real range time beats keyboard warriors. Always remember, the right rifle serves your specific mission, not some corporate marketing hype. Bang that subscribe button, because next week we are diving into some heavy-duty tactical topics. We are exposing the most overrated tactical junk currently draining your bank account for no reason. You are going to be shocked at what made that list. Thanks for riding with us, and we will catch you on the next one.